I'm Nicole King, broker-owner of 41 Realty Group. I'm here at Enzos today, one of the most iconic restaurants in the Billings area. Enzos has a brand new owner, and I wanted to meet with Tyler and find out what is he keeping the same and what is he changing about all of the fabulous things that we've all come to love about Enzos. So come on in. Changes, which are keeping things the same also.
Yep.
Tell us about that, and then also give us a little backstory on how you got here.
Okay. Well, make a long story short for how we arrived here in the short term anyways, I owned a bar outside of town. I live in Billings, so I was commuting about an hour and a half round trip every day. And I'm also a commercial real estate broker by day for NAI Business Properties, so I wanted to do something different to shorten my commute at night so I can make both things work real easily. And I had a conversation with James, the previous owner. I've known him for about 12 years now. We were good friends, and we had coffee about a year and a half ago, and we had kind of started the conversation about me taking this over, and all the ideas started coming about, and got really excited, also kind of nervous, especially when COVID hit, and we closed actually at the very end of June on this. So there wasn't really any game plan written for this to deal with this, so we've had to definitely make some adjustments. But to be honest, with our strong takeout presence, and we are at about 65% capacity with the layout of the restaurant, keeping that 6-foot distance rule. But with the takeout and that, and I think just since we did a kind of a nice elegant remodel and made some really nice changes, not only cosmetically but also to the menu, it's there's been a lot of demand and a lot of people wanting to come check out the new changes, as well as the regulars who've been dining here for the last 22 years. So I think there's a lot of excitement, but I'm very blessed because we're actually doing about the same numbers as they were last year, even pre-COVID, even with the reduced capacity. On the majority of nights, we're even surpassing sales, from a year ago, which I'm very blessed, and we're very fortunate for that. So.
Absolutely. So you've been a chef in the Billings area for a long time.
Not a chef, actually. So went to MSUB here when I was 21. I got into the restaurant industry, I started in a casino, just slinging beers and running that, and then graduated into a few restaurants, and then my longest stint was with Walker's for 8 years. I worked there through college, and then after college, and about 8 years ago, I became a commercial sales agent with NAI Business Properties, and I had a huge passion for both industries, and I was trying to see how to make it work, and I've actually kind of become one of the premier brokers for restaurants across Montana, so that's kind of the niche I focus on. And before this, I had the Edgar Bar, and I had actually had that listed for the previous owners, and that's how we kind of stumbled across it, and bought it with a partner, and it was a very successful business. I had that for almost 4 years before I did this. I've been in the restaurant industry for about 15 years, so I have a huge passion. But again, for me, it's also about being able to help other restaurants and casinos and bars, sell their businesses, or people buy them. So I, handle both sides of the acquisition. It's really fun.
But you have a lot of great advice on how to be successful also.
Yeah, it's been great. I've definitely done some consulting with a lot of restaurants I've sold. I've represented both buyers and sellers, all across Montana for the last 8 years, and it's just really exciting, and I love being able to, give my personal input and give advice, and, being a commercial agent that has owned a couple restaurants now, and successful ones, kind of more iconic ones, it definitely helps my real estate career as well, being able to get new listings where, people are now coming to me, to list or to help them buy, liquor licenses or beer and wine licenses, or, full establishments too.
Absolutely. So what is the top-selling dish here?
Right now, anyways, our Alaskan halibut. So until the end of October, we're able to get it fresh. So we actually get it second day aired to us. It comes with a certificate on the box. We get it in whole, so we bone it and skin it in-house, and our chefs fillet it out. They weigh them out. So it's never been frozen. It's easily our top seller.
That sounds delicious.
It's really good.
What is the item that has carried through from all the previous owners to now that people come back again and again and again for?
There's definitely some staples. So when we looked at the menu, my kitchen is led by Alex Bean and Jason Marble. So the three of us got together even before I had purchased this, before the sale went final, and just looked at the menu, and we didn't want to change anything too drastic. So I'd say it's like 20% new, but 80% we kept the staples, like the veal piccata, the shrimp tempura pasta. Paul loves the vanilla bean creme brulee. He's been in for that. My favorite is our portobello and mozzarella pasta with fresh pasta with a basil pesto. Everything's served over a bit of marinara with mozzarella, and then we do a grilled portobello cap. So then we actually skewer the pasta and then garnish it with 2 grilled artichokes on top of the skewer. And then we also add some mixed greens in the mix with that, toss in a little bit of balsamic too. So there's so many different flavor profiles going on, and it is a vegetarian dish, but you can add chicken, beef, sausage, or shrimp to it too. So it's been very popular.
That sounds delicious.
So we're kind of we kind of cater to literally every palate. We have a lot of gluten-free options, some vegan options, a lot of vegetarian options. We're doing a lot of steaks right now too. The last couple of weeks we've been running a hand-cut 15-ounce ribeye, and we do a homemade Atlantic crab béarnaise sauce over the top. So it's kind of a nice surf and turf, beautiful presentation. But we've been selling out of that almost every single night we feature it, so it's been awesome.
What type of remodeling have you done since you've been in here? I've noticed quite a few changes.
Mostly cosmetic for now. We did all new carpet upstairs and down. We painted the entire interior. Matt the painter and his team did that. They're going to be doing the exterior here in the next week or two. We added this bar top in, so there's actually seating at the bar with new lighting. We put new lighting upstairs, and then I was fortunate enough to get Kira Fierco to display her art here on the walls too. And that's been amazing. Yeah, it's kind of a very stunning. And then I hired Ann Jackson to help with the interior design as well, just for some extra guidance. So.
Well, Ann did a great job.
Yeah, thank you. We wanted to keep it very elegant, keep it classic. We didn't want modern at all. But yeah, we just kind of brightened things up, and it just needed kind of a facelift after 22 years. So it was a really fun process, actually.
So what's the best way for people to get a hold of you to either order takeout or to come in?
We're kind of old-fashioned still. We like the phone call for the reservations. We still handwrite everything in on the reservation book. We don't have a digital system just because it's never failed in 22 years, so why change it now?
Sure.
And then we do takeout orders over the phone as well. So usually we allow a 30 to 45 minute time slot. So right when that person walks in to get their to-go food, it's literally was just boxed within probably 30 seconds. Or we'll see them walk in and then fire it and put everything. So most of the people with the residential community that we're kind of surrounded by, they're home within just a couple minutes. So they're still getting the food fresh. We're not doing any delivery options. Grubhub does have a small presence here. We don't advertise with them just because the quality of the food that we're serving, we want to, if we give it to a third-party courier that takes it out, we really have no control how it's handled and taken care of when it leaves here. So we want it to be as fresh and hot as possible for the guests.
I can't tell you how many times I've had that experience where I order something and 45 minutes later it's at my door and it's not great anymore. So that's excellent to hear that it's...
Yeah, so we take a lot of pride in what we do. And, being this close to so many houses, a lot of people are coming from downtown or the Heights. They get the food on the way home, then they can go have dinner with their families, or, especially now at the bar. And then we added a beautiful chef's table right in front of the kitchen. A lot of people can, have a drink while they wait for their food as well. So it's been really nice. And, with the limited seating, to add the bar seats and the chef's table, to add the extra seating has definitely helped us out. We had to get kind of creative, just to get people in seats. And then this spring, we're going to do a really nice, kind of a glamorous patio too. Yeah, so that'll be really fun. We're excited about that.
Yeah.
I was going to do it in July, but with all the COVID spiking across the nation, I was a little worried about doing that, putting the money and the work into that, and then getting shut down, and not being able to utilize it. So we'll do that for sure this spring. And then I can't announce it right now, but we have a huge, exciting announcement at the end of October, and we're going to have a big, kind of a grand event as well that we'll start advertising for.
I want to get invited to
Definitely.
that.
You're on the list. So.
Everybody heard it.
Perfect.
I get to be invited to the grand event. This is awesome. Okay. Anything else that you'd like people to know?
I think that's about it. We're just, it was very important for me to keep Enzo going and keep it in the community. Like you said, it's an iconic restaurant, and I wanted to be able to, basically enhance what was already here, keep it in the community. I didn't want anybody else, a new concept coming in here or a startup, it's very important to respect the history and just try to enhance it. Our biggest thing we teach, is hospitality here. We like to customize the experience for the guests, and I always tell everybody it's what the guests remember the most is how we made them feel. And when you compare that with amazing food, it's just kind of a winning combination.
You do have a winning combination, for sure.
Thanks.
Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.